start recording. Start streaming. Okay, so we're live and we're going. So, we have, I'm still going to work on the names, but K3467.
That is correct.
We've got Psy, and we have someone else who I don't know quite yet. So why don't you guys, as Psy and K34, show up at the, I assume, well, I'll just kind of, put you guys in a situation to start off. So you guys are heading towards the hunting lodge, up, labeled number 1 up top on this map. Can you guys all see that?
Yep.
All right, cool.
Yes.
So you guys are all heading there to try and get some orders. And I'm going to assume that's where you guys all kind of run into each other. If you wanted to start just to explain what you look like as you walk through those doors so that everyone else knows what you look like. If you wanted, let's start with in order on the bottom. So Sai, you're up first.
All right. I look pale with black hair with streaks of silver and blue. I'm going full moon elf in appearance right now. I look really young because I am a 70-year-old elf and they still look kind of like a teenager in human years. So, yeah.
All right. And you are playing a rogue, correct?
Yes.
Cool.
I'm a rogue mastermind.
All right. K34.
Are we still operating with the premise that that Psy and Kay have met before, or is this all brand new?
We can operate on that based on just like what you and I had talked about briefly earlier, where the it wasn't anything where you guys met and you really became, you were compatriots before this, but you are aware of each other, okay. Traveling to here.
Okay, it's all right. So walking slightly behind Psy is this hulking figure made up of somehow interconnected wood, steel, and what seems like the beginning of plant life and mold. K stands maybe 6.5 foot tall. You're guessing he weighs somewhere to the tune of 4 bills. And what's really odd is that you would assume that his footsteps would be boom, 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 but they seem to create less dust and less sort of reverberation as these heavy mechanical limbs rise and fall. And as his head kind of clicks back and forth looking around, you see that there are these 2 gray oculus dials or spheres that have these little blue specks in them, and they happen to look over, and the mouth works, but it's more to not freak people out than actually having vocal cords. And Kay says, "Moon Whisper, I have a question."
Yes, Kay?
Does your voice sound like the whisper of the moon, or is this just another weird terminology?
That's just what my name translates to in the tongue we're speaking now.
Should I call you something else then?
I go by the name of Psy.
Sigh. I will think about it. And he proceeds to follow you through whatever doorway we're walking through.
Well, I've definitely never met one like you, Kay.
I am an original.
So I'm gonna say, as you guys walk through the door of the hunting lodge, you see, I don't know what it is that you see, but the first person that you see, I'm gonna say, kind of gets the idea that you guys might not be bad company to keep, and I'm gonna say, Taryn, that would be you if you want to introduce yourself and what do you look like and everything that's going on with you.
All right, so my character is named Sir Snickle Fritz. He is a male half-orc fighter, 6.5 feet tall, 31 years old, 320 pounds. He's wearing chainmail. He's dual wielding, so in his main hand he has a powerful looking flail, and then his offhand he has a morning star. And he also has some ribbons that make it look like he is some sort of military rank officer.
All right. So, one thing that we're going to have to do, we kind of did this before to get some characters, but I'm thinking maybe this guy, but smaller.
That'd be a cool one.
So, cool.
That's perfect size.
Right.
Okay,
just to make up
I
for
think
Littlefoot.
Littlefoot to massive foot.
All right. So, as you guys enter the hunting lodge, gotta get this one. So as you guys are there at the hunter's lodge, just getting ready to, introduce yourself. The person who you see in front of you, that you were told, you were all aware that this is the person that you needed to talk to, is Commander Bronkin Redstalker. He is a gruff-looking human warrior, and he looks like he's kind of just in the middle of dealing with a group of adventurers, kind of doing the same thing as you guys. Got here a little bit before you, and he's just kind of dealing with them. He's finishing up with them, and he looks over to you guys and says, "All right, you guys, the new people who were sent to me."
I think that is correct. Red Chaser, is it?
Yes, sir.
Bronkin Redstalker.
Red Stalker, it is. My mistake.
All right.
You all look alike.
I don't know how much I like that one, but all right. Doesn't matter. You guys, as you're new here, we've got a few things that have just come in that we need taken care of. So, as much as I don't want to just send you guys right out the door, I'd rather see what you're capable of. We've got a couple things that are kind of urgent. We've got some undead that we've been hearing about that have been pestering the towns. We either need you to go investigate that and destroy or stop what's causing these undead, or there's some goblins coming in who have taken over one of the abandoned towns. We've got another crew that's coming in who's going to take the other job, but I need you to take one of these and get this off my back. Just first thing.
Is there something more priority than others?
Nope. Right after you guys, we've got another crew that's supposed to be handling the next stuff. This shouldn't be anything too bad. This will test you guys to let us know that you're worthy to be sent out on better missions or more difficult missions. But where you guys are just getting here, I need you to I need you to be tested. Well, I shouldn't say that. We need you to prove yourself that you're going to be able to handle some of the bigger missions. So, my question for you guys. Do you want to take care of the undead or the goblins?
Wait, before that.
Yes.
So is this a guild? I'm trying to figure out what we're a part of.
It's basically, so, I mean, you could look at it almost like a guild. I don't want to make you guys just soldiers and give you commands and just have you doing that sort of thing. The idea is that you are, like I said, kind of mercenaries, in that you're trying to gain, basically, military is the best way to gain any sort of status in this society because of what they've had to basically build up with and into. So it's something where with this, it's basically something where you were sent out to this guy at first, and there's going to be a little bit of kind of putting you out there at first just to get us on the path to the game sort of thing. So it's something where we're going to have to how do I want to put it? You guys basically just got here, and there's a bunch of things that are concerning that need to be taken care of. And the concept that he's going off of, Commander Bronkin, is going off of, is that you guys are here to kind of earn a name for yourselves.
So our options are deal with the undead, and then what were the other two?
Just undead that have been coming in and attacking. They've been coming in greater numbers, or goblins that have moved into an abandoned fort that they're getting a little too close to for safety.
All right, so since we're looking at the map right now,
Yes.
are the goblins like outside of Steelhold, and the
Yes.
graveyard is where the undead are, or
Nope, nothing is here. This is just the town.
Okay.
So it's kind of something where you got here, and as you kind of were sent here and you checked in, like right off the bat, he was like, I've got 2 things that I need people to take care of. They're urgent, and they're stuff that you can take care of. So if you want to prove yourself, this is how you're going to be doing it. Sort of thing.
I am down with goblins or undead. So TJ, if you want to be the tiebreaker on this, I think
Definitely the goblins.
Goblins.
I believe we should. What? Goblins it is then.
We'll take care of the goblins first, and then we'll move on to take out these undead.
Have I mentioned I am terrified of goblins?
Not yet, you didn't.
It was a joke. I am not terrified of any living carbon-based form.
Okay.
All right, Kay.
So you guys... Alright, so if that's the case, you guys are taking care of the goblins. Alright, when you take care of this...
When I look at this guy, I just see like a soldier, pretty much.
Basically. He's just...
Is he giving out like bounties as jobs, or is it a paper? Is it different things? Is there like an agreement that we sign, or is it just like we need help in this quarter, go?
It's kind of the things. So what happens is everything, like, here are the things that need to be taken care of. You're like assigned to that, and as you get back, it's recorded, and then that sort of gets you anything from just people noticing you to potentially you gain like potential fame by taking care of bigger jobs for people, and you just gain more notoriety in that sort of way. But it's also like kind of the concept is country first, but it's based on competition to continue to push each other.
Okay, so we're here. So it's myself and Kay, and is Sir Smeckledorf here?
What is wait, what is your name?
Snicklefritz?
Snicklefritz.
Sir Snicklefritz.
Is Snicklefritz like within an earshot? Is he picking up his own assignment, or?
So it's something where if he kind of grouped you three together. If you guys want to go on the same assignment, that's fine. He kind of just assumes. He just kind of saw you guys grouped together. If you guys are gonna say, well, we weren't together, then he's gonna go, oh, all right, fine. But he just kind of assumed, because he doesn't really have time to make any sort of like he can't. He has just like he wants to get this stuff done.
Right. So we show up. We're in line. He's like, "Good, you're here."
Yep.
Places it in our laps and then walks the other direction.
Yeah, basically, he's just kind of like he's just so like, all right, on to the next thing, because he's basically, you guys are almost on the front line. Like, this is one of the towns that's out the furthest away, closest to the swamps and the moon the moon elves, the shadow elf territories. So it's kind of something where he always has to be prepared, because he has to lead the town in defense if anything happens too.
Okay.
Hey Kevin, what was this guy's name? Baron Redkill?
Commander Bronkin Redstalker.
Brunkin?
Bronkin. Bronkin.
Redstalker. Okay. And then I've got on my team right now, I've got Cy, Moon Whisper, and Captain Gilderpants. Snicklefritz. What's your name?
Sir Snicklefritz.
You have an interesting name, Snicklefritz. Do you have a first name, or is it Snickle?
It's Sir.
Sir Cy and K.
Interrogative. Is that not also the word for a badge of status?
Yeah, I'm both.
Ah. I do not understand customs.
Also the name of that green.
Yeah.
All right, looks like you're paired up with us, Sir Snicklefritz.
Sounds good.
I am Cy Gallinodell.
Pleasure to meet you both.
I am known as K3467. Those around me usually call me K because they are weak and cannot remember my full name.
Okay, sounds good. Let's go kill some goblins.
So I as you guys are getting all set up and planning to leave, as you look around, there are other people who are just kind of standing there. You do notice some people who are kind of standing off on their own. One definitely looks like they might be a cleric, and there are a few other options as well. If there was anyone that you guys wanted to talk to, and if there was anyone you might want to have join with you, there are some people that you might want to talk to. If not, then that's fine.
Do you think we need assistance, or can we handle this on our own?
I think we can handle this on our own. Less ways to split up the loot, and more reputation for us. Glory for us, that's the word.
I am fine with this.
Yep. Sounds good to me.
Sir Snicklefritz, please try not to die.
Oh, I never die.
All right. So, in that case,
Before we head out, is there stores that we pass by or anything like that? And do we have like any starting gold, or is it just whatever we started with the starting equipment?
it's just kind of what you started with. Usually with this sort of stuff, up to level 3 in this society, they basically take care of the people who want to be trained. So there's not a ton that they provide you with. Just kind of like the necessities to be able to get to like the places that you're generally assigned. And then it kind of goes from there. But you start off learning, like your class, whether it's, well, in this case, rogue. So you basically were learning things to do with rogue and stuff like that, to be part of like the society and everything like that. But I didn't want to have a history lesson to bore you guys off with first. So
I feel this disembodied voice is growing boring. Let us move on.
So there are some there's the different things, the different numbered places that are all options of places that you can go. But there might not be anything, like you said, a marketplace. You're not going to have a ton of money to be able to spend there because it's mostly just the starting gold.
Okay, I have just 25 gold.
Yeah.
And that's like plus whatever the noble bonus is too.
Yeah, so it's going to be
Steep.
Yeah. Like if you
All
wanted,
right.
you guys could stop by. I mean, there's like a tavern. Let's see. There's the mayor's house, but he's also busy. He probably wouldn't see new adventurers on a whim, potentially. You can always try. There's the Rock Bottom Inn, which is a tavern/inn. The Sober Dwarf, which... then the Delinquent Miner, which is a shop with an enchanter. The Sober Dwarf is the blacksmith. The Market District is obviously markets. And the graveyard.
Kay, if Kay is made aware of this, Kay would like to stop in like the enchanter's store and ask a question. He might like ask you. He might be like,
Would you please wait for me, as I have one thing I need to take care of?
So I would say that I was saying that to you guys, but if you guys were going to, you'd be able to figure this stuff out if you were staying and taking care and just checking out the town. If you wanted to do that, then you would figure that out, and like just by talking to mostly anyone. you'd be kind of guided over to there. So if you wanted to do that, that's fine.
Not to turn this into like a crazy role playing thing. Basically, if you guys are willing to let Kay do that, Kay wants to run over, and Kay goes into the store, meets the shopkeep. I mean, Kevin, I don't want to shortchange this, but basically, he wants to ask if the shopkeep has the ability to create or provide him with something that would increase his insight into the natural world, aka like something what we were just talking about pre-game.
Yep.
Something like an item that would provide him with a greater wisdom scenario. And if he can, what would be the approximate price tag that he's looking at? And again, if you're like, come back tomorrow and I'll have a better idea, so be it. But he wants to like keep the ball rolling with that.
Yeah, right now, what he has available is not any of the stuff that you're asking for.
Yours has nothing of interest for me.
Basically, the stuff that he has is they're very different than what you're asking for currently. But he can actually, it's a woman. Willow Stoutman. She's a female halfling. So she says, absolutely, I'll take a look at it, and I'll see what I can find out.
I would be very much appreciative. Maybe I would share some secrets of the spores with you.
Well, while he's talking with him, I would like just to peer inside and see if it's an enchantment shop. Does it have like any potions or anything like that? I'm not trying to go in. I'm just trying to like see from the door while he's having a conversation.
Let me just check what these things are to make sure whether or not they're potions or not. So it doesn't look like it's not exclusively potions. There are some different things. Like the first thing that's there is a bottle, but it's filled with like a smoky sort of appearance as opposed to just like a potion. And so it's not exclusively potions. Not that it seems like that's out of the realm of possibilities. But it does seem to be less potions and more other things. Items, sort of stuff.
Okay, so if I were to just stay in the door and try to stay out of sight of the shopkeep, what would I get from just peering in?
So roll a d6.
2.
Okay. So the one thing you saw was that first bottle. It is what page was that? It is an ever smoking bottle. And so you see just this this brass bottle, and you don't know exactly what it is, but you see it's got like almost a smoke inside of it, but you don't really see much more. It's kind of further back that you kind of see this up on kind of like a middle shelf further into the store.
Okay. I'll wait for Kay to come out of the shop.
Okay, so like I shortly thereafter I come out and am like, I hope they can find what I am looking for. Let us go.
I'm like, just a moment, Kay. I'll catch up with you in a second. And I'll turn in and I'll look at the shopkeep. I'm still trying to like stay out of sight, but I want to cast minor illusion and have like a breaking glass in the back of the shop.
Okay.
Can I roll a perception check to see if I see him doing this?
What would you have been doing when he said just a sec, K? Would you have like waited or?
Probably either standing there or walking back towards Snicklefritz.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna say you probably could make that perception check.
So it is a 10. That's my perception.
So to hear the glass like from further away, it was a little bit harder. So you did not notice anything.
Okay, then in that case, I want to walk back up to Snicklefritz and say, what is the ratio of kill to death that you bring to our party for goblinoids?
Just a second, Kay, and I'm just focusing on the illusion.
No, you're in the shop doing what you're doing. I didn't know that was happening. I walked back up to Terran and said that.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, so as that's happening, so you didn't notice that. So we've got TJ in the shop. Sai is in the shop, casting minor illusion in the back. Okay, so you cast that spell.
I was thinking of like being in front of the store, casting it in the back, and I'm waiting for the shopkeep to go and investigate.
Right, that's kind of what I figured. So it's not. Okay, so yeah, let's. Who is it? What's her face? So you see Willow. You hear something from the back and go out and check and see what's going on. So you don't know how big the back is of this place, but it's a fairly decent sized shop. But so yeah, she went to the back.
I was hoping while I see her going to the back, to go into the store and then just try to pocket the one thing I saw.
Okay. So give me a stealth.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, stealth or sleight of hand.
Stealth.
Okay.
Do I get any advantage because she goes into the back, or?
Yes. She, yeah, you know what? Roll with advantage.
Okay, cool.
That first roll was a 1.
It's like, alright, that's better. A 3.
Trying to find. Why is my character sheet closed itself? And now. Ah, here it is. Sigh. Cool. There we go. 24.
24. Okay. So yeah, you are able to easily sneak in. Let me just get one more sleight of hand check.
Okay. Sleight of hand. 15.
Okay. And you're just gonna grab that and get out?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me get one more stealth check with advantage.
16.
All right. So, you're out of there. And now, I don't know what you've already done to this game, but you have just stolen an ever-smoking bottle.
Okay.
So, you want to look that up, and you have that now.
Okay.
I suggest you call it Snoop.
Snoop, the ever
Snoop.
smoking. Almost seems like I should give this to Sir Snicklefritz.
Also, Sir Snicklefritz, you never answered the question. What is your ratio of living to dead goblinoids for this mission?
Well, the first time I was in a goblin war, I think I killed about 112 of them.
That means you should be at a level much higher than what you are at. Sai, I believe he is lying to us.
Nice. I'm reincarnated.
Makes far more sense. Okay, let us go.
Yes, definitely. Let's go to these goblins now.
Also, I think that if he kills hundreds, that will mean sure success for us.
All right. So you guys, you're taking off and you're heading towards the northeast to where the goblins have taken over what you have allegedly heard where the city is and the fort that had been abandoned. So, as we do that, let's take you guys, put you there.
I looked away. What's happening? What's happening? Ah!
You are on a different thing. Oh, that has to be
Oh.
refreshed.
Has anyone else seen Bugbears and Wolf Riders? Hmm?
I hope so. 34 and 16. All right, cool. So, as you guys...
As we're traveling, I want to... no, you know what? No, I don't want to. Never mind.
Okay, so... all right, so I've still got you guys with the same things. You're all down at the bottom. These are the characters that I have. You guys should... no, you're not going to have control, Terran, until I do this. TJ, you should still have control, right?
I just looked really fast, and it looked like it said Sir Snickle Farts.
and if I have to change spellings, let me know.
I think you misspelled 3467. Can you go back and change that, please?
Yeah.
I edited the character a little bit since last time because, like I said, I made it like a little bit higher. So the HP is now reduced to 21.
Okay.
Took away some of the con.
All right. So you guys all have control and everything. So.
Yep.
As you approach, you can clearly see that there's a map. There are some wolf riders who are unaware of you, and there is a bugbear up top. And so, as they're patrolling, what would you guys like to be doing?
How do you think we should approach them?
Well, I tend to go head on, to be honest.
By all means. By all means, we'll be here.
Looking at this map, that would mean fording this river. Are you capable of doing said feat?
Can we do like a rolled perception check to see how deep it is?
Yep.
Alright, do you guys want to Roll 2.
Yes.
Let's see. What's
14.
I got 12.
I don't even know there's a river there.
Nice. All right, so 2 of you are aware of a hole of some sort. Good thing for you guys because Sai would have just walked right over. But so what we end up seeing here is there's about the water itself isn't very high. It's probably like 2 feet, maybe about a foot. Let's say 2 feet down at the at its deepest, like right at the middle. But the walls themselves or I shouldn't say walls, but the like rock beds, as you can see kind of here,
like
just along the way. Those are about 10, 15 feet up out of the water to the top of that, to the top of the water.
So like, does it get lower though, where like the pathway runs up on
so,
like the
so
right
over
side?
here brings it right down to the water where you're just gonna be kind of crossing like a foot, deep water.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm intending to cross here if you guys are down for that.
Okay. So Kay is going to look to the 2 of you and say, I have the ability to make us all extremely stealthy. Would this be something we should do?
Definitely.
I would suggest that we all cross as quietly as possible and then try to remove the carbon-based, Wolf Rider at the far right, if that makes sense.
Sounds good.
All right, and so Kay starts going like, and casts Pass Without a Trace on all of us. What does that do? It gives us a +10 to stealth checks, provided you are within 30 feet of me.
Cool. Is that a spell?
Yes, I'm burning one of my spells. I texted you what I selected as spells before we left town.
Yep. Got it. So, alright, so as you guys are moving and taking care of this stuff, the Wolf Riders are on patrol, so they're just going to also be moving around, just kind of keeping a heads up. Let's see some stealth checks to start off.
Okay. Ooh, 27.
Wow.
You said you're adding +10?
You add +10 to your roll. I'm sorry, +10 plus whatever. I'm sorry, I take that back. So my stealth makes that a 29. I rolled a 17.
Oh, because I added my stealth too.
23.
That's good. I got 17 then.
17 total?
Yeah, total.
Okay. Well, no, dude, it's 17 total is way better than getting
7?
an 11.
A 4.
Yeah. So here we go. So the thing to remember though is when we're stealthing, we can only move at most our regular speed. We can't double time it. Otherwise, we take penalties.
Yeah, I mean, I think we already have a penalty because he got that heavy armor. Right? Or no?
I don't know. What is the armor check penalty for the armor you're wearing, Snickle Fritz?
It's already calculated into my D&D Beyond, but I'll check.
Oh, okay, cool. So probably...
And yeah, so you got a 17. All right, so I'm going to go...
Oh, sorry, I got to roll disadvantage, so...
Oh, okay.
I didn't roll less than a 4, so I'm good.
All right. So yeah. So remember, you can only move your base speed at this point. So.
Are we going to try to jump on that tree over there, or are we going right through that valley?
The valley seems to make the most sense because as we do that, we'd have cover from the river because we dip down into it and then come back up.
All right.
So
Right.
Kevin hasn't said anything about anyone seeing us, so I think we're still safe.
Yep. So these guys are moving. So as long as you guys are sticking together and moving, I don't want you to go. All right. So as you guys move to there, hold on.
At this point, are we still at a level that we can see them moving and we're all kind of like hiding down in like the dust and the rubble, or have we
Yeah,
descended? to a point
I'm
we
gonna
can't
say
see?
you guys probably like hid behind the tree, like you kind of ran up and hid behind the tree rather than just like,
So we're like Metal Gear Soliding this right now.
well, minus the cardboard box, but yeah, something like
Okay,
that.
all right, fair enough. All right. So
So
looking at the map right now, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. We feel that if we were to make it over to here and still maintain our stealth, that maybe we could like try to get the jump on one of these guys as they come around the corner.
yep.
All right. I'm like, so K is going to look to the two of you and say, well, he's going to try to whisper this. I believe we could potentially get the drop on this first Wolf Rider. Who amongst us is the most proficient at removing a threat? I don't know what you can do, Snickle Fritz, but I do know that Sai is extremely good at coming out of a ambush scenario to deal damage. What do we think?
I can definitely be of assistance there.
So can I use a bonus action every turn?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I just never played one of these kind of characters before.
So as much as like 5th edition, when we talk about it, we give it a bad rap. There's a lot of cool shit when you bounce from one character class to another. So
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
there's definitely cool stuff. It's just like, oh man, I want more cool stuff.
all right, so K is going to move up to right here, and maintain. Do you need me to roll again, or is my stealth still okay?
No, you guys are fine with those stealths.
Okay. Thank God for passing on the trace, Johnny Heavyfoot. All right, so we move up to there with the concept that like when the Wolf Rider gets in range, if it does, we're gonna see if we can take him out, right?
I'll lead the assault on that, and anyone's welcome to back me up.
You know I will. I like you, meatbag.
Okay, so this wolf is gonna be going to right there on that first like dot where the corner is, and then he's gonna go from there and up to
Hold
here.
on. I like if you're gonna do that, I got something I gotta look at really fast because I have an idea.
What's it mean? It says don't add my
I don't know if
ability
this will work.
modifier to my second attack.
So if you're attacking with your other hand,
Weapon.
you don't add. What is it? The plus. I know you definitely don't add the damage, right? I forget.
Wait, what
Do I
happened?
have my-
Sorry.
Do I use my weapon damage? Do I just do my weapon damage and that's it?
Yes.
Yes.
And then for
Okay.
the attack, is it the same? Is it the same like if he's got +5, it's +5, or is it like +3 or something?
No, it's the same base attack. They didn't put like the -2 penalty or the -4 penalty or whatever to it. So
It's weird. He's still proficient in it, but doesn't get his strength mod.
right. Basically, it just removes it removes the plus to it. So it's just a straight roll, a straight
And
damage.
it's just the damage that.
So as that wolf rounds the corner, Sai, if you wanted to, I think you could dash out and attack.
Oh no, I'm gonna. While he's going around, I'm going to hold my action until he's at his closest point, and then I'm gonna fire an arrow at him.
Do we want? So just listen. I know this is total metagaming, and I'm sorry, but like, do we want to all have like held actions for this so that we all attack this wolf at the same time?
You guys are welcome to after this. I was just going to try and hide after I shoot. So maybe we'll go unseen completely, but it's up to you.
Also, this isn't metagaming. This is fucking strategizing. that's like what you have to do to play.
Well, no, I know, but like you had moved the wolf already, and we hadn't talked about this.
But that's because
I think that if you're gonna try and attack, I think that Kay's just gonna move out and have at it. Because I could like 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah. So like I think Kay's gonna if we're allowing this, I think Kay's gonna hold his action until he sees Sai do something, and then he's gonna do something.
Alright, so is the plan Sai's gonna run out and then we're gonna see kind of what happens from there?
I'm kind of gonna be near this tree over here. I'm waiting till he's at like this closest point. I'm gonna shoot an arrow, and for like my action, and then I'm going to try and hide after that.
Okay.
Then I'm guessing that he'll try to come over here and investigate, and then you guys can jump him once he's close. Sound good?
So you're saying hold until he comes over to find out what you did, or like my thought was that as soon as you attack him, before he can run and tell other people, just go out and get him.
I'm gonna see what he can do. I'm figuring that I'm not sure how smart they are, and I figured he would come over and investigate. And then
I do not think we should give a chance for them to get reinforcements.
Well, it's either
End it.
I can either try to end him in this one shot, or maybe he'll come over here and we'll be able to finish him off. I'm not positive. It's either that, or I think we would give away our position.
So like outside of game. So you're saying you're gonna try to like pot shot him and take him out in like a one shot kind of kill, but if he doesn't get taken out, we're gonna leave ourselves at risk of like the wolf or the rider or both making it back to like tell people we're here. And so my thought is you shoot one of us, either it's Snickle Fritz or myself, runs out and finishes it, and then we see what happens from there.
He's going to. I think it's like Skyrim. We shoot an arrow, and then the eye starts to open up, but then I'm going to hide immediately with my bonus action, and then they won't be able to see us. He'll like look around, and he might come over here. If he's damaged, he might run the other way. I don't know.
Okay, listen. You know what? I think. All right, let's see what happens. All right. So what I'm going to do is, until Kevin says roll initiative, I'm going to ready an action, and that action is that once TJ's fired an arrow, if that creature starts to like move away instead of towards us, I'm going to run out and attack it. And if that doesn't happen, then I'm just going to wait here until initiative comes up.
Okay.
Sir Snickle Fritz, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna ready my main hand attack.
All right. What do you
just a mighty bitch slap?
So what are you going to be waiting for?
Who are you asking me?
Yes. So like you're readying it. Are you waiting for like something to come closer and like get in?
Yeah.
range?
So if he comes to investigate, I'm gonna try to jump him right when he gets within range.
All right, cool.
Just
So we've
smack
got
with the
one
club.
person, ready for if he runs, takes off, and one for if he comes closer. It sounds like.
Correct.
All right, perfect. So, TJ, if you're doing something, I would say do it.
All right, firing.
Now, here's the question. Are you firing at the goblin on top or the wolf?
The goblin.
Okay.
Can I wait? From my vantage point, can I do like a quick perception check to see like Do these look like regular wolves? Are they wargs? Are they like
No, they're-
something?
Yep, you can absolutely make that check.
Okay. All right, pretty good. 22.
No, you have no idea. Yeah, so these are regular wolves.
God damn it! Kay's brain is falling apart. Okay.
Now, because I'm hidden, or he hasn't seen me yet still because of the stealth,
Yep.
I have advantage, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
So you get to use your sneak attack.
So that's only 15 with advantage.
Wait, a 15 to hit?
Yes.
Yep. You got it.
Just enough.
Yep.
Cool. So I had my sneak attack. That's pretty awesome. 13.
13 damage.
13 damage.
Okay. So, what happens?
Well, it's not on the map anymore.
Sweet. Took out that goblin. Well, the wolf's still there.
Yes. All right.
Now, I'm guessing the wolf would investigate.
wish
I would
did
tell
animal
them-
handling.
So, as the arrow comes, it hits the goblin right in the back of the head. He falls forward off of the wolf, crumpling just before it. Unfortunately, this is definitely seen by the other wolf rider. And he raises an alarm and just kind of blows a horn, and I need initiative.
I knew this was a mistake.
Same thing was going to happen if we ran out there.
I don't want to split hairs because I don't have any. And by the way, that's a 20 for initiative.
Wow. I got a 14.
Not a natural 20. 18 plus 2.
Wow. Jeez.
Uh, 10.
What am I doing? Nope. And turn. Oh, one more thing that we had talked about. Save changes. Okay, so okay, what did people get? Whoops.
20 for K.
10. So
10, 20. What'd you get, Taryn?
14.
14. Alright. So he got a 9. Wolf Rider got a... What did he get? By the descending? Yes, descending. All right. So, K, you are up.
All right. K is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
So was I able to hide after
Uh,
I shot this, or no?
give me a stealth.
I got 15.
15. All right.
K is going to say, Sir Snickle Fritz, I believe you should take care of the first wolf, whereas I will prevent the other from leaving. And 10, 15, 20, 21, 30, 35. I'm going to run right there. I will provoke an attack of opportunity from the first wolf as I run by.
Okay. That is a plus 4. So does a 16 hit?
Misses. AC is 17.
That's what I thought.
So the wolf misses. I run over. I cannot attack, but I can use one of my abilities. And as I come close to it, I allow the almost imperceptible spores that surround me to assail this goblin. And the goblin needs to make a Constitution save.
He does not.
He does not. Okay. Well, that's cool because he's about to take. Hang on. Wait, what did you roll? Because my spell save is not very high.
Maybe like a 4.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. He did not make it. Okay.
Oh.
So he is going to take. Nice. Almost max. 3 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. What is that? That
Yeah.
your what was it called?
That's my halo of spores.
Okay, cool. And that was a bonus action?
Yep. Halo of spores is a bonus action.
All right, cool. So is that your turn?
That is my turn. Yep. I dashed and I used a bonus action.
Okay. All
But
right.
I affect with reactions and whatnot, I've effectively cut this guy off from being able to run back to wherever.
It is now Sir Snicklefritz's turn.
Get up, Nichols.
So I gotta take out the wolf. So I'm gonna do my flail attack to start. So I'll roll to hit.
Actually, TJ, if you were rolling that check for stealth and I was still next to you, you got to add another 10 to it because it was like a 10-minute duration for pass without a trace.
That's what I was saying, is that I was only 15, and then you were still next to me when I rolled it.
Yeah.
So it was 25.
It was at 25. Yeah.
There's a 23 hit.
Yes.
Alright, so. Nope, that's not a D8. Wrong dice. Oh, that sucks. So my flail hits for 6 damage, and then I would like to use my bonus action to hit with my offhand.
Okay.
So 20, that hits, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Right. And I do 8 damage with the offhand.
All right. So you finish the wolf off.
Kay has some things to say, but is self-aware enough to know that he probably should not start screaming accolades across the battlefield. So he keeps his mouth shut.
So one thing I have to do, I have to ask from Tom before I forget. I need you to roll 2d6s and a d4.
2d6s and a d4.
That would be for your 2 movements and your bonus action.
Oh, because we're reestablishing the turn order, right?
Yes, so I want to try and do that at the end of each turn so that we can have that established.
Okay.
So what did you get?
I got a 8.
Okay, cool. All right, Taryn, it is still your turn unless you are done.
So can I do the remainder of my movement, or is that another
Yes.
action?
You
Okay.
can use the remainder of your movement.
Alright, then I'm done.
All right, so now it's the end of your turn. We're doing initiative differently. So I need you to roll a d6, a d4, and whatever your attack dice is that you have to roll for your attack, that one.
And just give you the total of all of them?
Yes.
Alright, the total is 11.
Cool. All right. It is the Wolf Rider's turn. So he is going to turn to K3467. And the wolf is going to take a attempt to bite at him. So. Oh, come on. I can't roll anything. All of the combats in my games are just going to be fucking stupid because I can't roll anything and hit you guys ever. So, but that being said, the goblin is going to try and reach down and hit you with the scimitar. Oh, finally I get a hit because that's an 18 on a die. So a 22 better fucking hit.
I'm sorry, I just walked back in the room.
On you. 22?
Yeah, 22 is a hit. Yep.
5 slashing damage.
5 reduced to 3 because of my temporary hit points. I take 3 hit points of damage.
All right. That was D6.
You have only served to release more of the spores.
So he didn't move. So he... Alright, that was the Wolf Rider's turn. Sai, it is your turn.
Okay. Well, that's within range.
Kevin,
I
I
will.
just want to zoom in on this for a sec.
I will try and shoot that goblin.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. There was like, I had clicked on my character's icon and there was a blue dot on the screen and I'm like, I don't know what the blue dot is you put on the map.
You.
Does the 13 hit?
It's the goblin on top of the wolf.
Yes.
A 13
Tie goes to the attacker.
does not hit.
Damn.
And no, I know, I was just making sure.
I am going to try and hide down this valley still.
Okay.
So stealth.
No plus from me this time.
Right. 18.
Okay.
So it says that if their passive perception beats that, then they automatically see me, and if their passive perception doesn't, then they have to spend an action to do a perception check,
Okay, cool.
or a bonus one. I don't know which one you want to choose, but I think that's an action. Okay, that's my turn.
Okay. So you shot and you hid. So a D what? 6 and a D4?
Yep. 7.
Wow.
Yeah, that was really high for that.
Yeah, rolled well on that. All right. So, next up. Let's see. Tom, let's see, I think 15? 15 misses you, correct?
15 is a miss, yes.
Okay.
Wait a minute. The bugbear hasn't moved. Or does the bugbear have a range attack that goes through walls?
Okay, so I thought something else. So I might have been thinking of something else. So this goblin.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I didn't realize the goblin was gone.
I
Sorry.
hadn't shown him yet.
Okay. Now I see the goblin. Okay. Never mind. Okay. But a 15 is a miss, yes.
Yes. All right. So he is also going to attempt to hide. All right. So that is a. Ooh. That's also an 18. So.
Since he shot me, can I make a check to realize where he is?
Actually, that's why I hadn't revealed him, because I read somewhere that, like, I thought it was the goblins had the ability to stay hidden. It might have been something else. It might have been a different, like, version or something like that. But it might have been a specific thing I was reading. But the goblin was able to stay hidden as long as when they attacked, when they shot the arrow, it was a miss.
Oh, okay.
I'm not doing that, but I am using his bonus action to have him hide. So he has an 18 for a stealth check.
I'm just going to roll a percent. Okay, 19 on the die.
So just like TJ was just explaining for his thing, you're going to have to give up. I'm going to say probably a bonus action to do that. If you wanted to do that.
I won't. Fine, I won't. Fine,
Yeah,
I won't.
that's what I figured. So it's something where it's like we'll go with what TJ was just saying. Your passive has to beat it, or you have to give up a bonus action to try and
my passive perception is 13, so no.
Yeah. So all right. So that was that guy. He used a bonus and that. So he rolled a 5. All right. Next up is this goblin. Trying to do the same thing. Trying to shoot K3. That one's going to hit.
Yeah.
Because a natural 20 does that.
Yep. It's a hit.
So, it's going to be, let's go with these guys. So, 9 points of damage. Wow.
Gross.
Yes. And then he will also try and hide, and he will also get the same thing. So he's got an 18 as well.
Okay.
And so that was 9 points of damage, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then next up is the bugbear. He can move. Can he get to you? I want him to be able to.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Like, no. Unless he could dash to me, but he won't be able to reach me.
Right. Where was I getting him to? Does he have the ability to do anything?
I mean, if he steps up, he could provide flanking for his partner in crime.
So he is going to, instead of doing that, he's going to try and throw a javelin.
What a jerk.
Yes. That's going to be this one.
You piece of shit.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, that's only 15.
That's a miss.
All
Step
right.
off.
All right, so that was a movement, which is a D6, and an attempt at a D6. Okay. So he rolled 6. And we can get rid of this one because it died. Now it is a new round. So we're going to reorganize these in order. And up first is the Wolf Rider.
Oh my god, I thought I was up next. This is crazy.
Wait, so it's reverse order? So, like, lowest goes first?
Yes.
Okay.
So the Wolf Rider goes.
The world is lost, it's mine.
Yes. And that still doesn't hit you. Because, of course, it doesn't. But the Goblin's going to try and swing at you. And a 2 doesn't hit. So that's 2 that he tried to do. And he's not going to go first either. So those ones he rolled well on. So it's that same sort of thing. He did almost nothing. And yet still managed to delay himself. So the Goblin that first shot at you, we're going to try and take out Sir Snicklefritz. No. K3. He's got 1, and that's not going to hit either. So he's going to try and hide. He does. So he misses and hides. That's 2d6. It wasn't. So he got 8. And unfortunately, even though they got to go first, they didn't do shit with it. So, Sai, you are up.
Okay. I'm going to move up to here. And does that give away my position, but like before firing? Maybe I should fire first, right?
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah, because I think. Well, you know what? I would say that it wouldn't, because if that were the case, then every time a melee rogue comes out of cover on their turn, they're automatically seen, and they don't get their advantage then.
All right. Okay, that's true. So when I
But that is, I mean, that is true.
Do I see any of the goblins in the trees?
No, they've been rolling real well, exclusively on stealth.
Exclusively on stealth. Okay. So I see the Wolf Rider, the goblin still on top of him and everything?
Yes.
Let's see,
And
maybe...
the bugbear has just stepped down to try and enter the fray.
Alright, I'm gonna attack the wolf.
Okay.
Alright. And that is a 17.
That's a hit.
Cool. That. 10 points of damage to the wolf.
Okay.
And then
hurting.
Okay. As a bonus action, I can use help within 30 feet. And I'm going to help Sir Snicklefritz, so he gets advantage on his next attack.
Oh, shit.
Hey, Kevin.
Yes.
I'm actually at 22 health, not 23. I just saw that.
Not? Oh.
I mean, I'll take it, but I don't. It's not right. So.
Oh yeah, fair. All right, so that was you moved, attacked, and bonused.
Yes.
So that's 2d6 and a d4,
Okay.
right? Because that's your bow is a d6.
Yes. 9.
All right. K3, 4, 6, 7. You
All
are
right. K speaks out loud and says, "Oh shit!" Yeah, he burps. He burps and says, "Oh shit."
Burps says, "Aw
He
shit," but
he just
not in.
opens, his mouth opens, but there's no vocal cords, and he goes, "Rah," and spores. Actually, you know what? That happens in like 3 levels, and I can't wait for it to happen. But right now, that's not the case. Shit, I have so many things I want to do. I don't know if I can do it. I think. I think what I'm going to do is this. I am going to. I'm going to go 5, 10, 15. I'm going to move right here. I need to look something up real fast. No, you know what? I'm not going to delay the game. I'm going to move there. I am going to cast. Am I going to do this? No, I'm not going to do this. I'm gonna cantrip Shillelagh on myself, and I am going to punch the Goblin Rider right in front of me.
Okay.
Oh, that's juicy. That's a 21 to hit. Does that hit?
That does hit.
Oh. You know it does. You know it does. That is that's 14 points of damage as this fist that like is imbued with like these like swirling motes of like black spores punches out of like across my body right at this green mess case on top of a wolf.
All right. So, as that happens, you run kind of past the wolf, kind of ducking to the side. As the goblin and the wolf try and turn, you power up your wooden construct of a fist and just swing it up over the wolf's head as it's turning and just bash this goblin, and his body just flies over here down the hill a little bit. But that leaves.
Would you allow me to do an animal handling check to say like, wolf, get out of here?
Well, what did you just take care of? You
I took care of
moved, you shillelagh'd, and you attacked.
Yep.
So that is 3 things. So potentially, but not currently.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. You're a jerk, but fair enough.
Yes, well, I do that. So all right. So you are rolling a D8, a D6, and a D4.
D4. All right. All right. Daddy wants low numbers. Ooh, that's not bad. Well, that's not great. 10. 10.
See,
I got
also,
a 1.
if you're having a
I got
shitty
1,
night,
2, and
in terms of rolling, this works in your favor. You get to go earlier and get your turn over with. As painful as they are.
Listen, unless you're telling me I get another action right now, I don't want to hear it. I just don't want to hear it.
All right. Well, then, in that case, it's the goblin's turn. So he sees a juicy robot-looking thing. He's gonna go kapew at it, try and hit, and of course they don't. Of course, he fucking misses. Yeah. Why would you bother hitting, you douchebag? And but he's only a 13 stealth. So this guy, you know what?
I see him.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna hide that guy, just so you don't see him. But this guy is fair game, and that's 2. So let's do this. just do this. All right. And now, what everyone's been looking forward to. It's the bugbear's turn. Yeah.
Now, what I was looking forward to was getting set up in a different way to just murder a bugbear. But instead, I got this crap.
But instead, not everything went my way. This is bullshit.
Total BS.
Bless you. All right. So, he's going to come up here. And he is going to try and... Oh, holy shit. Oh, no, it's different. Okay, so he's going to swing his Morning Star at you. So that's going to be that one. And a 14 doesn't hit because these guys don't need to hit you. They just are here for, the scare factor. Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay. He needs to hit you to be scary. Fuck. So he moved and he attacked. So that's going to be this guy and this. Alright, so not terrible. There. Alright, Snickle Fritz. You're up.
Snickle Fritz, if you go to the backside of the bugbear, you'd have flanking.
Yes.
If he's allowed to travel on that.
Yep.
So what's the flanking advantage?
So you roll a d4 in addition to your d20.
Oh, is that how you're doing advantage?
Yep.
Okay.
And even if you had done this, like if you were right here and moved to there, you're still, you would still be in the range. I could have just moved you. So even if you moved up to here and then just moved here and here, as long as you don't move away, that's what provokes.
Yeah.
Just for future reference. But
it'd only be like a 10-foot move.
Yeah, it wasn't anything where it mattered, but like once you get into range, it's only moving out of range that matters. But you are completely able to get into flank.
Alright, so let's give him a flail to the back of the head and see how Mr. Bugbear likes that.
Alright, so roll the
Snatchy,
d20
snatchy.
and d4.
I got a... Wait, so I add d4 damage, right?
A d4 to the attack roll. So like if you only rolled like a 12.
Oh, so to hit?
Yes.
Okay, so then that means I got 23.
Alright, yes. Absolutely.
Alright, so for damage... Ooh, nice. I got 12 points of damage.
Holy shit. Okay.
Does that kill him or no?
No, it does not kill him.
Alright, so then I'm going to use my bonus action to attack with my offhand. Do I also get a +4 for this attack?
You do. The d4.
D4, yeah. Ooh, nice. So I got well over 20, so
yeah,
it's going to be a hit. And for damage, I got 11 points of damage.
Holy shit. Okay, Sir Snickle Fritz, I understand this, sir. Part of the name. It's like, oh, what's up, Snickle? Oh, fuck. Nope, he earned it. So, holy shit. So you attacked, you moved, so a D... What are you rolling? A D10? Or D8?
I'm rolling D8s.
So a D8, a D6, and a D4.
D6, D4. Oh, fuck. So I got 14.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
So does it alternate between high and low, or is it always low best?
It's always low after the first one.
Oh, damn, it would be so dope.
Well, that's the thing. Right. Well, that's the thing is because you're a fighter, you're doing more and like attacking more with like bigger weapons, whereas like TJ, he attacks with like just a little bow, and he can do like a lot of damage with it. But like the the rogue damage is the part that like doesn't really count for this whole thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. That'll be the end of my turn. He's still alive?
Yes.
Damn.
He's not liking things, but all right. So this goblin, not no advantage. So he's gonna be just straight up shooting at K3467.
Pew pew.
And still a miss. Because why bother hitting? He's gonna try and hide though. So that is a 19.
Boop.
Your cat's talking to you.
Yeah, my cat's like, are you still playing this game? Shut up! Get out of here! Yeah, it's great. It's actually super fun when you're in the middle of like a work meeting and the cat decides to like smash their way through the door of the office and yell. Yeah, it's good time.
If you're working with like someone from China or something, I bet they'd like.
Yeah, what's like? I mean, it's nice. Like it's nice because the cat's a nice cat and whatnot. But the same rate, when you're like, okay, listen, this is what we need to do in order to get the litigation to get this person to go to jail, and all of a sudden in the background you hear.
Yeah, but
yeah, it's weird.
You know that like the person on the other end is just like, oh, okay, we've got a cat involved. Those things are fucking assholes. They are looking to take someone out.
Yeah,
like
no,
we know that the litigation is gonna work if the cat's like giving us advice.
Yeah, it's solid, totally solid. Fine. All right. Goddamn bugbear stuff. What the F?
So now it's time for the bugbear to miss again, because the fun part of this game is when you guys have high AC and I get to miss every fucking attack. So,
well,
as scary as this encounter like seemed to be at times, it's just like, well, it doesn't matter if I can't hit. So let's see if the bugbear can prove any sort of a challenge. And he's trying to hit you, K3. Actually, no, fuck that. Sir Snicklefritz, you big bitch.
Yeah.
Fucking.
I'm sorry. It's hard to think Sir Snicklefritz is not big bitch from now on, but okay.
Jesus.
I'm okay with being
right.
big bitch.
Well,
That'd be a funny nickname.
he just comes in and just you fucking hit him so hard. He turns around, tries to hit you, and just like taps off your armor, and he's just fucking standing there. Just he is not heaving. I don't want to make him sound like he's throwing up, but just gasping for air, just going, what the fuck just happened? I shouldn't have turned my back on this guy. But all he did was try and attack once. He sucks.
Oh, the bugbear only has one attack?
Yes.
Oh man, I thought the bugbear was like coming at us like with two attacks. That's why I was concerned.
Oh no, you don't have to be concerned about him. So, all right, but this goblin that's hidden behind you, Sir Snicklefritz, he's gonna take aim with his bow. He might actually hit. A 16. No, it probably doesn't hit.
I have an AC of 16.
Oh,
That's it. Oh no!
There might be some damage. Alright, so that means one of these.
Pew pew.
Okay, so that ends up being, I think, 4 points of damage.
Alright.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yep. So that's him. Let's do. All right. And Sai, you are up.
Cool. Sai, it would be nice if you would do something.
All right, I aim at K.
I don't believe that is what I meant.
I am back at the bugbear, and does an 18 hit?
An 18, I believe that should. Yes, it hits.
Okay, and because he's next to them, I get my sneak attack.
Yep.
Alright, a little better. 11 points of damage.
So, as he's confused as to what's going on, never being able to hit anyone or anything at any point, he takes an arrow to the head from the side and drops down, never being able to be any sort of a factor.
That is what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Sure is, Kay. And I'm gonna.
I don't know why you are giving away your position. You continue to confuse me.
I'm not hidden, so I use my movement and bonus. Well, I convert my movement to a bonus action. And I'm going to just help both of them out. And I'm going to say either take out the wolf or... Can I even help him out? Let me see for a sec. Oh, just in range. Just enough in range. Going to warn him about the archers.
Okay, so you wouldn't be able to help both because I'm gonna say for that you can only do like one per. Like you can use a different bonus action if you wanted.
But I mean, I can convert from like the rules that you made.
Yep.
Can make a movement into a bonus.
Yes, I just don't want to have like it be the same action, you know. So like if it were
So what you're saying is you can't take multiple bonus actions of the same bonus action.
Exactly. You can use multiple bonus actions. Just it would be like help and like something else.
All right. Okay. Sir Snicklefritz, you're helped, and that would be my turn.
I see how it is. I will remember this when the next time I am watching while you are sleeping.
I can't
So
give
my
you a
damage
bonus on
output.
spells.
Also, I am joking. I believe we will end all goblin life forms shortly.
D6 and D4 then.
That is 6.
All right, cool. Whoops. All right, K3, 4, 6, 7.
All right. So I know for a fact, I know that there's someone hiding in a tree down here, but I know that this guy is here, right?
Yes.
Okay. So for my turn, I am going to cast Flaming Sphere, and if you could create like a red dot or something and put it right there, that's where I want to put it.
Okay.
And then as a bonus action, I am casting Shillelagh on myself.
Okay. What is that red dot?
So Flaming Sphere creates this orb of fire, okay? And the orb of fire, actually what I'll do is, if you bear with me, I will read you the exact description. It means I'm going to just burn your whole world to a crisp, is what it means. All right.
Okay.
So a 5-foot diameter sphere of fire appears in an unoccupied space of your choice within range and lasts for the duration. The range is 60 feet. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere must make a dex saving throw. Creature takes 2d6 fire damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful one. As a bonus action, I can move the sphere up to 30 feet. If you ram the sphere into a creature, that creature must make a saving throw against the sphere's damage, and the sphere stops moving this turn. When you move the sphere, you can direct it over barriers up to 5 feet tall and jump it across pits 10 foot wide. The sphere ignites flammable objects not being worn or carried, and it sheds bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light an additional 20 feet. So effectively, at the end of my turn, this tree catches on fire. And this goblin is going to have to figure out how to not get burned to death because he's in a tree that's on fire. The other thing that's happening is I cast Shillelagh on myself, and now I'm magically equipped to deal additional damage.
Okay, so what was that? Was that a spell?
So it was a spell and a bonus action.
Okay, so a D4 and then a D10 plus whatever for the spell.
It is a second level spell, so it would be a D10 plus 2.
Yep.
Right? All right, let me find a D10. Here we go. Come on, low numbers! That is a 9.
Cool. All right, Sir Snicklefritz, who is currently helped.
All right,
I
so
would suggest you take out this wolf.
I could. Yeah, okay, I'll take out the wolf first.
I don't think you can see the goblin, that's why.
But don't I have size knowledge of it?
You know that it's in the tree, but it's been sometimes it's been hiding around and sneaking around. So if you're like trying to shoot an arrow at a specific spot in the tree, it's
No, I was just gonna run up to the tree.
oh well, you know it's in the tree, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So the wolf's in my way anyway, so I'm gonna use my first action to attack the wolf. I'm gonna hit it with my flail.
Okay.
All right. So it does a.
Wait. Take another 5-foot step and have advantage on this.
He already has advantage on it.
For flanking?
For helping.
Right, but would he get another bonus for flanking?
Oh right, because they're different. So yeah, those stack because they're different. Sure.
Yeah. So
What's the bonus for
like,
helping?
yeah, like right here. Just move to that
You get
square.
advantage for the helping action that TJ's character Sai gave you, and then if you're flanking, you get a D4.
Okay. So what do I roll for the advantage from TJ? Or is
So
that just
two-
knowledge?
Another
20.
D20.
And D4. And then take the higher, like whatever the highest thing is.
Oh, I'm seriously saying. I'm just rolling with advantage. Okay, my bad.
Yeah,
Um,
advantage for help, and then D4 for the flanking.
All right, that's a lot better. All right, I got 19 now.
Okay. Yes, that is a hit.
That was good. My first roll sucked. And then, damn it.
I do what I
Damage,
can.
I got 6 points of damage.
Okay, yeah, this thing was on its last legs, and it is now on none of its legs.
All right, and then
Wait for it. I focus my laser beam on. Oh, it is dead.
Shoot a woo.
right, that should be my 30 right there.
All right, so you so that is a move and an attack. So
Can I look up the tree and see if I can see him with the bonus action? Just use
absolutely.
perception. Okay, so I got
Perception.
a 13.
No, he was at 19.
Okay. I'm gonna run to the bathroom. My AC is a 16.
All right. Did you roll your things? Oh well, he'll go later.
He'll be back.
Yeah.
All right.
So, this goblin. No, let's organize these. Ascending. Let's roll for him. D4, D6, and D8. Who wants to roll?
What was it? D4, D6, and a D8?
Yes.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Okay. So yeah, he's right where he was. Okay, so this goblin is dealing with this fire. So he is going.
So wait. So technically, I don't want to admit this, but technically, the fire is only going to If it doesn't ram into the creature, it's only going to have an effect on the creature if it's at the end of its turn. That being
Right.
said, it has ignited this part of the tree, and the creature is next to it. So I would say, if it was me, that it should make a reflex save against the fire based on my spell DC, and if it makes it, nothing happens. But if it doesn't, it takes half damage.
I rolled a 9 for my initiative for the next round.
Okay, so you and K3 are tied for last. So I was gonna say the goblin is gonna see the fire, and it is going to just jump right out of the tree.
Well, it should still make a reflex save because of its proximity, but you could give it advantage on it.
So it has to end its turn in there, though?
No. So when the fire ends its turn, it ignites anything that's not being warned on fire. So, like, that 5x5 section of the tree is, like, fully inflamed right now. So the goblin, as its turn starts, is right next to this conflagration that's happening. So I would say, again, you are the DM, and I'm going to back off and say whatever you want to say. What I would say is, in order to not take damage from its proximity to this like fire, that it should make a reflex save. But because it's not actually in the fire and it's jumping away, it should. I would reasonably say advantage would be fine.
So I can appreciate that. I think going forward, what I'm gonna say is because it lasts for a minute and it's basically a weapon that you can use for 10 rounds to chase around. It's probably gonna be something because of that utility that it grants afterwards. That's probably what it's intended for. But yeah, I'll say
no. So what I'm saying is like this, like just as a heads up. So like if I had cast it here, right in the middle of the dirt, it wouldn't ignite anything because it's dirt. So if the goblin was standing right here, the goblin could just move away from it because it doesn't want to end its turn next to it. And until I move it towards it, nothing happens. Because I cast it in a tree, and at the end of that round, that tree is now like in a 5x5 section engulfed in flames. It's effectively starting its turn. It ended its turn and starting its turn next to this conflagration that's burning. Much the same as like if a creature suddenly found itself next to like a burning building. That's all I'm saying is like because you put the goblin in a scenario where it's in a restricted environment, it can jump away from it and not be dealt any damage. But there is the possibility because of where it was that it could affect it. That's why I'm saying roll like a dex save with advantage and then move away with no harm if you succeed. If that makes sense. And if you're the DM and you say, Tom, shut up, you're an asshole, fine, so be it.
I mean, I do say that anyway. But I think so. So okay, so so here's basically what I'm seeing is this thing has an aura. Give me anything, just any sort of So this guy.
Yeah, that's the fire spirit right there.
Right, exactly. See the club he's holding,
that fire club,
fire spirit club. So it's got an aura of 5 feet. So it has that, and you can move that thing 30 feet. So you can basically chase things around and move stuff around with that to cause it to do that. So that's where the utility of that spell kind of comes into play.
But it doubles because if you leave it on something that's not being worn, it catches it on fire. So like if we were outside like a stronghold that was made of like wooden timbers, I could cast this spell and every round just move it around until the entire structure was on fire and say anybody that's inside gets burnt to death because that's what happens. And so because this is a tree and the tree is a flammable object, that's where my argument about what's happening with this occurs, is that, like, yes, your goblin is starting its turn, not ending its turn next to the fire, but the fire isn't just a flame at this point. It has turned the whole 5x5 square that it's in into a conflagration because it's set it alight. And so the concept that, like, some minimal, if not maximum, fire damage or smoke damage or whatever could be dealt to your goblin is a very real thing at this point. That's my argument.
All right. Can do that.
I will say this too: that if you use my spell save DC, and you have advantage against it, and it's a Dex check, and your goblin is as, like, sneaky as you've shown, my save is a 13. So there's a strong chance that you'll just be like, "Oops, exit stage left. See you later." It doesn't matter. So.
Yep. So he rolled a 16.
Mm.
So
there it is. Whoop, whoop. See you later.
So he jumps down from the tree, but
is now revealed.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And because of that, he's gonna be going 10. He's gonna be moving away from that one. Go that way, and he's gonna shoot at you, Sai. This one. 19 on the die.
That's a hit.
4 damage.
All right.
So that is... And Sai, you are up.
Okay. This the goblin that shot at me, and I don't hit him. I'm guessing because a 10 wouldn't hit him.
A 10 would not.
All right, then I use the help action for K, and if I can, yes. And then also take the dodge as a bonus action.
Okay. What's
Cool.
that end up with your initiative? Because it's 2d4s and d6, correct?
Yep. Ooh, 4.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty good.
Bugbear's dead. K3, 4, 6, 7. You are up.
Right. As a bonus action, I am going to move. I don't know if you're going to let me do it. Can I have control of this thing?
Yes.
All right. As a bonus action, no, can you? I don't have control yet.
Nope. Yeah. No, you do.
All right. I move it directly into the goblin over here, which is, I measured it 30 feet away.
Perfect.
I need you to make a save. Okay. That's not bad. I need you to make a save against... I've got to pull this back up because I have it right here. Okay, you have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, I'm sure that's probably going to go well. Hold on. Let's
No, you know what? I take it back. I'm sorry. You have to make a dex saving throw. I misread this. I misread this. It's just a dex saving throw.
6. No, the other way. 20.
6. I mean 37. Yeah. All right. So 20 means you take half. So you take 5 damage as this like roiling thing of fire runs into you and is literally sitting on top of you right now. All right. And then 5. 10. Yeah, I'll do that. And then I'm gonna move right here, and I'm gonna throw a spear at you. Right? Is that? Where's my shit? No, I'm sorry. I'm gonna take a 5 step. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, and I'm gonna throw a spear at you.
Okay.
Does an 18 hit you?
An 18 hits.
Okay. Because I'm throwing it. It's like this. So it is not bad. You take 7 points of damage as this spear like pierces into you.
And pins him to the tree.
Behind him? Oh, yes! Yes! I am so much better at destroying goblins than you, Sai.
Yeah, but I'm better at killing bugbears.
He looked like Sai like turns like looks at you and says, "You are correct. Also, if we are keeping score, I have taken far more damage than you. You may still prove to be the victor today."
Did you roll your initiative for next turn?
I didn't. So I bonus actioned, moved, and attacked. So what am I doing?
What was the spear?
The spear
damage.
was attack.
Yeah, what's the attack roll on the spear? The damage die.
It is a D6.
Okay, so 2d6 and a d4.
2d6 and a d4. Come on, low numbers. Those are not low numbers. I got a 9.
Okay. Sir Snicklefritz. What happened here?
Alright, I'm up. So I'm at the tree.
Yes.
I would like to go up the tree.
All right, cool. Give me an acrobatics. I think. Yeah.
Alright, my acrobatics would be a 13.
All right, cool. You're good.
Alright, so I'd like to... I see the goblin because we're in the same tree, right?
Yes, at this point, he's not able to hide, so let me get him to the right layer. All right, so he's right there.
Give him a smack with the flail.
Plus stack.
Oh shit, that might not hit. Does a 12 hit?
A 12 does not hit.
Oh, snap.
Fuck. Alright, so I'll use my bonus action and try to hit again. Alright, does a 17 hit?
17 does hit.
Sweet. And then it will be for 10 points of damage.
All right, so you hit him. So what's the secondary weapon?
It's my Morning Star.
Oh, okay, so you've got like two big, bashing weapons. So
Yep.
yeah, you swing that thing and you hit him hard enough where you knock him out of the tree, and he falls down to his death. He was dead before the fall.
Oh, dope.
So with that, you don't see.
Kay wants to call out. Has anyone been hurt? I can provide some limited healing if need be.
I'm at 30 out of 34 health.
Yeah, just
I
some
don't
scrapes and
understand these numbers, but okay. How about you, Moon Whisper?
just some scrapes and bruises. You should probably focus on healing yourself up.
I am fine for the time being. Is there more challenge here, or have we completed our quest?
So yes, right now you've cleared out everything that you've seen for goblins, but this was just the patrol unit, and you haven't gotten to the fort that you need to clear out just yet.
Do we believe there is more for us to do then? Or do we believe that this is as much as hold, please, as I access my memory banks?
Now I'm confused.
I'm super confused too because I wrote down everybody's name that you gave me earlier and now it's not here. So,
So
uh,
what?
Do you believe that this is what Red Chaser was talking about when we spoke with him, or is there more for us to do?
Oh no, you haven't gotten to the fort yet. This was just some of the goblins that you needed to take out.
Yeah, just the patrol.
This was just the patrol. You haven't gotten to the fort just yet.
In that case, I believe we should push on to see where we would go next.
I agree.
All right. Oh wait, let me get you guys.
Sir Snicklefritz, you have proven yourself a most competent ally. Thank you for coming on this quest with us.
Of course.
Didn't do that. Can't. Let's get you there. And there. All right. So you took out a patrol of wolf riders and some goblins hidden in some trees to take out, those who would just kind of wander along and those who weren't truly ready. And also a bugbear. And you come across an abandoned fort. Very matches all of the descriptions that an abandoned fort should, especially one that you've been sent to clear out of goblins. You don't really see too much going on. You see that it was obviously abandoned and never kept up, but you don't really see much going on from where you are. So you guys should have control of your characters if you wanted to.
can I ask or just make sure that it's known that before we left the last battle site to come here that I did collect the spear that I threw.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
And yes, I apologize. If you guys wanted to do anything else there, then, feel free to have done that. But
I wanted to.
so.
I think we should have searched the bodies of the fallen to see what they would have had.
All right, so what you did find, there wasn't really anything much to find. There was, in total, a couple of gold, like 8 gold total among the bodies, and just regular short bow weapons, just stuff that you would find hobbled together, sort of stuff. The 8 gold was in different things like silver and stuff like that, but it was about 8 gold total with all of the monsters. No weapons really to speak of. If you wanted, the goblin short bows, or anything off of any of the bodies, that you would expect. If you want to do that, that's something. I don't know if it's cool, but you can do that.
All right, I jotted down a few things. It's fine. I just want to make sure that we weren't like all of a sudden you're like, oh, they had this and this and this, and you did never have it. Just want to make sure we're following it. That's it.
Yeah. So you guys find yourselves looking at the site of what you believe to be the abandoned fort. But what I'm gonna have to say is it's 11:18. And I would like to pick this up next week.
Can I do a perception check before we leave, just to see if like people are waiting in the wings?
Yeah.
Nope. I rolled an 8.
Okay.
I do not sense any presences. Maybe we should just storm the castle, proverbially.
Well, you have, like I said, you guys have a week to discuss it, because you had, a little bit of a walk, and, you saw what was going on. If you see what's going on now, you can see that there's obviously the sides that are up, excuse me, they appear to be up like 20 feet. The walls themselves are another 20 feet on top of that. So you guys, if you were on top of these different parts and all the way down to the bottom of the forest floor, is about a 40-foot drop. So you can see that it's kind of like, if you guys don't want to walk just right through the front gates, there might be options, but this is kind of like built into the side of like a hill and like a mountain. So this is really like the only real entrance. But just for you guys to look at and consider for next week.
All right, cool.
So,
Well, I am excited to continue experimenting with life with both Sai and Sir. Talk to you later.
all right.
Right.
Later, guys.
Later.